What's up, everybody? I'm Novo coming at you with another one. Probably noticed my microphone sounds a little different. I stepped up to I guess it's called a Blue Yeti, and it has a mute button on it. So if I go into a coughing fit, I will be able to mute that and not upset some of the listeners. Anyway, having a look at AVL in a previous video, we said that we had a cross of the 111 and the 1618. And in the past, it has been or had been a marker for a lot of stocks to top out at or call a top. And in this case, AVL would be calling a top around the $1 mark. So I just um, rather than have this thing, you know, in our face all the time at the cross. Um, I just basically added the destination up top. So, and I put this to remind myself why that's happening. Anyway, looking at the rabbit hole settings. So we've got the SMA 350 and then the 350 times 2, the price of the 350 times 2, 3, 5 in the Fibonacci sequence up to the 8th. I only have up to the 8th because it has not been touched, but this one wicked right into place. Let's zoom right in. That one wicked right into place, and now we've come back down. We wicked on the, which one is that? The SMA 2, or is that the 100? Let's just have a peek here. Actually, it's both the 100 and the 2. Pretty good support. Okay, so we had a move down, and now we're looking to see where our next move up is going to be. We're going to be approaching this line here, and looks like it's lining up with the previous close, so it is possible if we zoom in and triangulate without making any calculations on date swings and whatnot. Um, No, that would have been right there. So maybe we'll pop through and then find support on that. So if that's the case, where is that going to be? I think it'll be more like that. Like so. So anywhere from here to there. That looks pretty good. And the higher we go, the better chance we have of finding support above this. So if this keeps going. However, we've got red candles forming here. So let's have a look at, yeah. Well, it's kind of bottoming out. It's possible. I just don't like when the APO, well, the APO is below the zero cross. The MACD is above. So kind of indecisive, maybe a little sideways and then a push to the upside. But I'm favoring the bounce and the move to the upside at this point. Let's go half day. Excuse me. Okay, so we've got a cross to the upside. Money flow index is bottoming out, which usually that means a bounce is coming soon. The RSI is a little bit above. And if we see a bounce and an injection of money flow back in, that should push us back up towards the zero cross. But we know that every time we're below, as soon as we reach that zero cross, there is a pause and possibly a pullback. So it could be that this will lead to the high or low. So wherever the resistance is met, I guess with regards to this here, this is not exactly a perfect horizontal line. So let me use a proper line. And we're looking right there. Yeah, and we actually closed a little below that. So maybe so it might be this candle, these wicks. This might be the price level that we should be looking at. We got a lot of confirmation here, right? Wick. That's a red candle, so that would be an open. There is an open to the upside. We've got a wick here. We got a press. So I think it's pretty obvious that we've got to break 22.5. And if we don't, we'll probably come back down and start testing the 100 here. But I do like the fact that price is above the 350 times 2. And this could have just been the dip buy. And if we move, the bounce to try and test this line again, not sure if we're going to see this line again as we move on to press to our destination on this. This will probably start curling up with all these other ones on the daily. Yeah, I think I would be watching this line. I don't know if we're gonna hit that. So this, we didn't get close. This one we kind of surfed and broke through, and then we came up here, touched, and got rejected. And then we did not find support on that. We came down below. Keep forgetting to zoom in. So we'll have to wait and see. Now, where's the next resistance point based on the GAN box? Squaring the range. Right there. So our date range is going to be March 18th, again, mid-March. And our popular destination seems to be lining up with that 0.5. So if we do like so, it might even be a little tighter. I want to say like that. And now I'm starting to see the range of expansion heading that way. So our triangle, I guess, would be something like that. And if there is an injection, we'll probably be looking at this point like so. Okay, let's delete the box and zoom in. Not sure how it's going to play out, but this does look like the destination of potential support in order to break higher. And the fact that the APO is bottoming out, I think the argument is coming in that, we're off to the next move. There were low volume candles. So this is not a strong move to the upside. That's why I think we're going to have that zigzag move up. So I think that might be the destination. Old Tux here is going to be waiting. Maybe it'll be like one of those and then up, at which point we got to come back down, possibly test this support line before we break to the upside. And if that's the case, then we start looking at the next candles. And the one that jumps out to me the most is probably right here. So let's go to weekly and have a peek and see if the argument is sound. And that argues the weekly as well. That is definitely a support line we need to break. And that 32 cents is right at the main bodies of the candles. And if you look, that seems to be the resistance line there too. So again, looks like a push up, down, and then maybe up, so that we can challenge this 32 cent level. Let's go to hourly just to see where we might have some resistance. So on the hourly, what is the trend? The trend is down and a possible turn. It's down and a possible turn. We've got this trend line here, like so, right? It's been resistance all this time, and we just broke through, and we're testing to see if we get support to push to the upside. This is where the resistance is, and this is the 200. We'll turn that off. See? So that's the 200. We got to get above the 200 so that we can start pushing to the upside. So again, more good signals that this downtrend may be over. And we have, like, we pushed higher, but we don't have a higher high, right? We need to come down. We do have higher lows, but we don't have a higher high. And then we'll come back down and test a lower low before we continue off. So same argument. Looks like this thing is coming to a turn. But on the hourly, is this the first leg? You know, is this the A, the B, and then the C? We don't know. So all we know is that we're in a range of compression here between the 350 and the 200. We've broken this trend line, and now we're getting ready to build some momentum to push to the upside. APO MACD just surfing the zero cross on the hourly, but the RSI is still pointing down. And that's why I don't like looking at the smaller candles. Just, trying to spot a trend and a turn. So there's that line that we were talking about, that we were finding resistance as we came back down. Nice little doji here. A lot of buyers waiting down around here, but a lot of indecision about this point right here that we need to break through. Now we had an ascending triangle that did punch through. So this triangle is a lot smaller, so the compression might be a little tighter, and that means that we may burst up pretty quick and then test up around here. Looking at level 2, our support lines are sitting around 100,000 at 20 cents, 125,000 at 18, 123,000 at 15, and 150,000 at 10. So that looks like a market mover just trying to add liquidity every 5 cents or so. And on the uptick, 200,000 at 26. Where's 26? Yeah, that's right around that line, right? So that's going to have to be eaten up pretty good. And 570,000 sitting at 28. So if we put a horizontal line at 28, kind of around this zone, I think that'll just be profit taking, and then we'll still test this level for support in order to challenge this guy up here. That's it. We're just waiting for more accumulation before a move to the upside. So it's not clear that we've changed direction, only that this trend line has been broken and accumulation continues, and we need to break above the 22.5 to our ultimate destination. At least what I think the fib is telling us is just under $1. So I think pulling the plug around a little early, around 95 cents or so, might be doable. Let me zoom out. As we get closer to that destination, we'll have to have a look at level 2 and see what the argument is. But I think that's it. If you see what I'm talking about, hopefully this will help you. If you see anything that I haven't mentioned, or maybe some fundamentals that you want to add to the story, feel free to comment, like, and share, and all that stuff. Anyways, 15 minutes, closing in on 16. That's good enough. Trade safe.